Hey fashionistas, Chrissy Carly here from Boutiqueful and welcome back to my blog. Today I am filming my very first makeup video. It is an everyday full face makeup look. I'm going to be honest with you, I do not put on makeup every single day just because I wake up way too early for that. I wake up at like 5:30 or 6 in the morning every day to go to work, so I do not have the energy or patience to put on, my full face. But on the weekends, I will put on some makeup, lipstick, eyeshadow. But today, I wanted to go all out and show you a look that I would do if I would do makeup every day. It's going to be a full face makeup look. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing how I did this look, continue watching. Hey guys, so today I'm starting off with the Smith's Strawberry Lip Balm. This is my absolute favorite lip balm, and I use this every single time I put on makeup. This is my very first step just to moisturize my lips. So next we are going to use the POREfessional Primer by Benefit Cosmetics. This primer really does help minimize my pores on my face as well as make my skin more smooth and more easily to put on my foundation. Also, shout out to all the faces that I'll be making in this video. Some of them are hilarious, so please go ahead and have a good laugh. So next up, we are using the Boi-ing Concealer by Benefit Cosmetics. I am using shades 1 and 2. Shade 1 is the lighter one, shade 2 is the darker one. And what I am doing is I am kind of just mixing it in together and kind of just spot treating my face. Now most of the time I generally will put on foundation first and then concealer, but because I am not using my concealer to highlight my face, I am going to just put it over, under my foundation. And as you can see, I'm kind of just spot treating the red blemishes on my face and putting it under my eyes to kind of cover those bags since it is early in the morning. It is currently like 6 in the morning right now, so. And afterwards, I'm also going to use a damp beauty blender and kind of just pat that into my skin. Next up, we are using the Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow Foundation by Benefit Cosmetics in the shade Ivory. I'm just going to use one pump, and with a damp beauty blender, I'm just going to pick up that foundation and put it all over my face, like so. And you want to make sure that the beauty blender is damp, just so that it allows the foundation to really get into your skin, and the damp beauty blender will also pick up all the excess foundation. If you notice, all my beauty products, well, my face products are kind of small and travel size. And that's because all this came in a kit from Benefit Cosmetics. Is the How to Look the Best at Everything kit. My skin is very, very sensitive, and I didn't know how my face would react to all these face products, so I bought a small kit just to kind of test it out, and I'm so happy to say that it all works out and I love it. And to set the face, we are going to use the Hello Flawless Powder, also by Benefit. That is the kit that it came in. And I am actually going to use my own brush. It came with a little brush, but it's too small. I didn't really like it, so use my own face brush from e.l.f. And I'm kind of just picking up that powder and kind of just setting my entire face before I move on to my eyes. So to start off with the eyes, I am using my Maybelline MasterPrime Eyeshadow base. It's pretty neutral and it looks like there's a sheen to it, but there really isn't. This is my favorite eyeshadow primer. This is also the only primer that I use. So if you guys have any suggestions, please feel free to comment. I would love to try them out. But what I do is I kind of just put it all over the lids, and using a finger, I will just tap that and smooth that into my lids. And now the moment I've been waiting for, I'm finally going to get to use my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. The first shade I'm going to use is the Peaches and Cream, right there. And I'm just going to use that as a base. And what I'm going to do is I'm just put it all over my lid, kind of just in sweeping motion, just back and forth on my right eye and left eye. I just want to point out that this palette smells amazing. It smells like peaches, and I kid you not, as I'm putting the shade on, the eyeshadow on, all I smell at 6 in the morning is peaches. Really great. I highly suggest you guys getting this palette if you can. And moving on to the next shade, I'm going to use Georgia, and with a crease brush, I am going to just put that into the crease of my eye. So again, you want to do a sweeping motion, kind of like a windshield wiping. That's what I call it. And I'm just going to put that into the crease. And I'm going for a soft pinky look, so I'm really not going to put that much, kind of just a little bit, just so show a hint of color. And next we are going to use two shades. We're going to use Candied Peach, mix it with Just Peachy, and using a C brush by e.l.f. Cosmetics, we're just going to pat that onto our lids. So I am starting out to putting it in the center of my lid as close to the lash line as possible. So kind of like where you first did the crease color. You're going to put that little just right underneath it and just put it all over the lid to give it that sparkly shimmer. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with the left eye. So kind of just pick up the product, Candied Peach and Just Peachy, and just pat that over our lid. And next we are using my absolute favorite shade in the entire palette, Bellini. If you follow me on Snapchat, you will know that this was the first shade I swatched and I fell in love with it. It is the perfect peachy pink shimmer, and I'm actually going to use my finger to put the color onto my lids, just because the brushes wasn't picking enough pigment, and I just felt that my finger would just apply it onto my eye more easily. Last but not least, we are going to go into our inner corner of our eyes. We're going to pick up Nectar, and that is very light nude shimmer, and we'll just put that in the corner of our eye just to give it that last sparkle that we all need and love in our life. And now that the lids are done, we are gonna move on to the lashes. So I am using my e.l.f. lash curler and just gonna curl my lashes. What I generally do is I try to go as close to the lash line as possible, and I kind of just do 10 to 15 pumps, and I'll keep on doing that until it gets to the curl that I like. Today's mascara, I am going to use the Lancôme Definicils mascara in dark brown. This is not a curling mascara, one that I generally use. This one is just for volume and lengthening. For an everyday full face makeup, I decided to change things up a bit and use something I generally don't use. And oh look, there's the faces I was talking about. Raise your hand if you've done the classic mascara face. And now we're just going to quickly do the same thing with the left eye, with the lash curler, pump it a little bit. And going in with the same Lancôme mascara, we're going to just quickly put on the mascara onto the left eye. And now back to the face, we are using the Rimmel London bronzer. It is a natural bronzer in Sun Bronze. And we are just going to use this to warm up the face. We are not going to do any contouring today, just because it is an everyday look. So I generally just take the bronzer with a big fluffy brush. I'm using the e.l.f. face brush. I'm kind of just going at the temples, on the forehead, underneath the cheekbone, down the jawline and down the nose just to warm my face up. Now that our face is warmer, we're going to add a pop of color, and today for blush I am using the Benefit Cosmetics Dandelion blush. It doesn't really have a shimmer to it. It does have like I guess a tiny little sparkles, but it's more just a neutral pink, actually a warm pink, and I'm kind of just putting that onto my cheekbones and kind of moving that onto the top close to my temples, kind of making a C, so to say, on my face just to give my face a pop of pink and some fun little color. Because let's be real, everybody needs a little pink in their life. And today, for highlights, we are using the Tarteist Pro Glow Kit. It is one of the newer kits, and it comes with 4 highlights and 2 contour shades. I am using the highlight lit today. It is everything, and the goal today is to blind everybody with our highlights. And when you're putting on highlights, you generally want to put on the top of your cheekbones, and ooh, yes, look at that glow. Yes, I'm shook. And the last step for my makeup process is lipstick. Today I am using the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid Lipstick. It is part of the Color Sensational lip line, and this shade is in Nude Thrill. It is a matte lipstick, but the really cool part is that it is in liquid form, but surprisingly I think it dries pretty quickly, and I've been really into the nude lipstick look lately, which is perfect pick for an everyday look because I'm kind of going, well, for today's look I'm going more for a peachy pink, look, and I want to focus on the eyes, so which is why I decided to go with a nude lip. And now that all our hard work is done and completed, we are going to make sure that this look will last. I am using the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray to make sure that this face will last all day. And there you have it, my everyday full face makeup. Make sure to subscribe to my blog, and until next time, XOXO.